What's happening, sports fans? Welcome back to another episode with Mama and Papa Joe. First video of the year. I want to start off with wishing everybody, man, a prosperous 2024. May nothing but good things happen for you this year. Today is a simple smoked chuck roast on the Weber Kettle. Let's get right into it. So here is our chuck roast today, folks. It's American Wagyu. Bought this a couple of months ago, came home vacuum sealed and froze it. And believe it or not, 39 bucks is not much more expensive than a prime or a regular select chuck roast. So I couldn't pass this up. Beautiful marbling. Let me take this out, get it dried off at the sink. So here she is, folks. Beautiful. This bottom side in the package, still nice and pink. Our top side discolored a little bit of oxidation, not a problem. I see a couple of splits, so I think I will trust before I season. We're going to be seasoning very simply. 16 mesh cracked black pepper and a little Uncle Chris Gourmet steak seasoning. We're still a little damp, no binders. A nice layer of cracked black pepper to help us build that nice bark. Our Uncle Chris. Again, nice thick piece of meat, folks. We're looking at almost 3 1/4 pounds here. So don't be afraid to put this seasoning on it. Flip over, and we're going to do the same thing. All right, we're going to clean up and head outside, get the Weber cranked up. Please excuse the neighbor's dogs, folks. I can't control them. All right, we're going to be using the Smokinator today. This comes in here, fits, turns your Weber into a smoker. It locks into place, comes with a water container that fits in here. I don't use it. I've got my intake vent about 1/3 of the way open. We're rocking some Western wood, cowboy hardwood briquettes. So I'm going to fill up maybe 3/4 of the way. I think that ought to get me through this cook. Got a couple of pieces of wood chunks of your choice. Gonna go with those two. And all we're gonna do is to light one corner. And that should do it. We're gonna give this about 10 or so minutes to really get going on its own. And then we'll come back out here and drop our chuck roast. All right. We've given this just about 15 minutes, folks. Our fire is going nicely. So we're going to come back now with our chuck roast, and it's got a good sweat going. You can see a little liquid in the pan. So we're going opposite of the fire. I'm going to come back out here in about an hour and a half and just flip this thing just to make sure we're getting the equal treatment on each side. So on with our lid. We want to make sure that the vent goes over the protein to draw that smoke. All right, folks, we are at an hour and a half. I am not sure how accurate my thermopen is through the vent, but we're hanging right around that 275, 285 range, which, as far as I'm concerned, is perfect. Let's take a look and see what we're looking like. We're looking good, man. The color is nice. That bark is starting to set. All I'm going to do is just flip this over the opposite side towards the heat, and we're going to continue rocking. Nothing else for right now. We'll give this another hour or so, come back out here. All right, folks, we're at the 3-hour mark. The wind has picked up, man, and the temperature has dropped. Let's see what we're working with. Fire still looks good. Man, we've got a ton of liquid on top, so we're not ready to wrap just yet. Everything looks good, man. Loving this color. We're just going to wait for this to dry up. I'm going to get this lid back on because that wind is just causing this fire to go a little hot on me. All right, folks, we're at 4 hours and 15 minutes, and I think we are ready to wrap, man. We've dried out. That is 173, 174. 70, 180. So based on where you go, 182. All right, that is 175. Based on where you poke, we are ready to wrap. It's so windy and cold. I'm going to take this inside and get her wrapped up. Before I do that, I want to add some coals because I think our fire's dying. All right, we're not going to be very far off from finishing. Maybe another hour or so once we get it wrapped. All right, so I've got my butcher paper, some simple beef tallow that I melted. Helps the paper to become nice and pliable. It also, I think, helps retain moisture to whatever protein you're using. I'm here to tell you it does not add any additional flavors, in my opinion. Come in here. Oh, I think this is going to be nice and tender, man. All right, now we're headed right back out there to the pit. All right, folks, we are at an hour and about 15 minutes wrapped. So almost 5.5 hours total of this cook. I've checked this already, man, and I think we're where we need to be. That is 203. Oh, that's 210, 208. I am going to pull this. I think we are good to go. Probes, nice. We're going to get this inside and get it rested for at least a half an hour or so. All right, folks, let's knock this out, man. We've given this some nice rest time. Feels good. Let's see what we've got. It's a pretty nice bark right there. Let's knock off this corner. Oh, beautiful smoke ring, man. That fat is nicely rendered. Man, that Uncle Chris hits the spot every time. There's a little bit of a grain that's showing. And if I continue that way, I can cut against the grain. I kind of like that, though. Mama, that's so tender.
Man, that flavor is just
off the charts good.
Yeah, it's good.
Folks, this is tastier than brisket. I don't care what anybody says. So there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Easy peasy. I think that cold weather and the wind kind of slowed things down because I was anticipating about 4.5 hours or so, but not a problem. Patient pays off. Want to thank you guys and gals as usual for hanging out with Mama and Papa Joe's. We absolutely appreciate it. Be on the lookout for another video coming very soon. In the meantime, we want you guys to take care of yourselves, love each other, and Mom and I will see you when we see you. Holla.